I just bought some bikinis online, size 2, so...
Gonna look amazing! Hey, welcome back and thanks for watching The Office Therapist Reacts Part 1, where I reacted to some of my favorite scenes. As promised, I am back with a few more, so let's get started.
From this point forward, you will not use the bathroom. We need to keep our starting weights high so we can lose more.
This next short clip we're going to watch is from the 2 episodes, I believe, that were called Weight Loss. There's Part 1 and Part 2. And this is when the entire office is competing with other branches of Dunder Mifflin to try and lose weight. And whoever can lose the most weight gets like an extra few days of vacation or something. So they're very competitive about it and super unhealthy about it. And here we're going to see what Kelly is doing in order to lose the weight that she doesn't need to lose, but thinks that she does. Why is she coughing?
You're shaking. Are you all right?
Just leave me alone!
So aggressive.
I am on the 3rd day of my cleanse diet. All I have to do is drink maple syrup, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and water for all 3 meals. I just bought some bikinis online, size 2, so...
Oh no, Kelly. No. First of all, I wonder if this was when The Biggest Loser was popular. I'm not a fan of that show if you guys don't know that. It's not healthy. It's not how things are supposed to be done. And this, I wonder if that was why this became a thing. But those quote unquote cleanse diets, I mean, as an eating disorder specialist, I cannot help but mention just how unhealthy, not to mention unsustainable that is. So a lot of people don't realize that eating disorders or even body image issues separate from eating disorder behavior, if we just don't like the way that we look, it stems from something bigger.
That's what she said.
Something else going on, whether it's like our difficulties with stress management or a past trauma that we've sustained or something that we're going through currently. We don't have other ways to cope. So we cope by controlling the one thing that we can cope, which is our body and how we look and what we feed it or don't feed it. And just felt like I needed to say that. But in this scene, watching Kelly, I mean, stirring, all I have to do is drink for every meal. I'm like, that's, first of all, not enough energy for you, which is why you're like shaking and you look terrible. But I have to say, I love that image of her when she's like, gonna look amazing, because that gif and that meme of her being like that has been shared around the internet in a zillion different ways. And I find it always hilarious. But again, this isn't sustainable. It's not healthy. It's not something I would recommend. It's not enough to keep your body going. You're going to have difficulties concentrating. You could pass out, not to mention if your potassium goes down, it can be hard on your heart, which is your biggest muscle. If you didn't know, when your body is losing weight, it loses fat and muscle. And so you have to consider that sometimes you could be hurting your heart and other important parts of your body like that. So be careful. Don't follow Kelly Kapoor's diet tactics. These next few clips are all from the episode Moroccan Christmas, because Phyllis walks in on Dwight and Angela having sex after hours in the office. I think it's on casino night. And when she does that, she blackmails Angela into letting her run the party planning committee. Wow. And so this is Phyllis's first Christmas party, and it's the Moroccan theme. And honestly, it's a really, really cool Christmas party theme, and I think it's super amazing. But there are some issues when it comes to the way that Meredith is interacting with people, because there's alcohol flowing. And if you don't know, Meredith definitely likes to party. Let's watch these.
This is equal parts Scotch, absinthe, rum, gin, vermouth, triple sec, and 2 packs of Splenda. All in one.
That's like a hangover in a cup. Oh no, oh no, Meredith, slow down.
Oh my God! Hit me again!
All right,
Hit me again.
One more time around the block.
I guess all that booze is finally
This
kicking
is what
in.
it would be like if you hadn't left India.
Oh, burning.
Oh my God. Wait. We got a live one. On fire!
I love that Dwight's the one to put her out. Oh, so proud of himself.
All right.
I'll be down in a minute. Could you write down the number of that rehabilitation center that you mentioned?
Sure. Wow.
Of course Michael drives a PT Cruiser. It just always cracks me up.
Sunrise rehab? No. No. No.
Yes.
I told you no.
No.
There is no way.
Michael, you can't force someone
It's
into
all right.
rehab.
Meredith,
Doesn't work
we're
that
doing this
way.
for your own good. Okay.
No way.
Come on.
There is
Here we
no
go.
way.
This is gonna be
No.
good. It's
No
gonna
way.
be.
I
No,
told
you'll.
you. We
Okay.
talked about this.
door.
There is absolutely no way.
There we go.
There is no way. No. There is no way.
What does he think he's just gonna drop her?
All right.
Michael,
I am
you
not going
can't.
in there.
Yes, you are.
I am not going
Yes, you
in
are.
there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Meredith
Wait a
is
minute.
so-
Wait a minute. 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 Just wait. Just wait.
Meredith
Oh my
must
God.
think.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She must think that he can drop her off, like he can force her. Ooh. Oh,
You cannot make.
Come on.
drop her.
No. No. There is no way. There is no way. There is no way.
Here's the door.
There is no way. No. No.
Start meeting.
No.
This is like
Hello.
disastrous.
Oh, this man is crazy.
Can I help
This man is
you?
crazy.
I have a deposit. Alcoholic.
I'd like to deposit an alcoholic.
Do I sign?
Okay, there's obviously this is not appropriate. There are reasons that you can force someone into treatment. That's called a 5150, and that means that as a medical or mental health professional, if someone is a danger to themselves or others, you can force them into the hospital. Again, hospital, not rehab. Into the hospital for a 72-hour hold. Now, this is usually reserved for people who are wanting to harm someone else, right? Like I'm homicidal, I want to kill somebody, or I have, maybe attempted or am planning to attempt to take my own life. That's usually where this falls. Someone who's struggling with alcoholism, unfortunately, does not fall into that for many reasons, and you cannot just drag someone into a rehab facility and expect them to accept them. First of all, the process is, if anybody's curious, you have to call a rehab facility and schedule an intake. They do an intake to make sure that you are at the level of care that they offer, because there are different types of rehab available. There's everything from obviously the outpatient. You go in to see a therapist, and maybe you go to AA meetings or NA meetings, depending on what you're addicted to. You go about your day. Then there's day programs. There's, full hospitalization. There's things where you live in a home and you get your therapy there. A lot of different levels, a lot of different treatments available, and it's really important for you to find the one that best fits for you. And we all know that if we don't want to get better, we won't get better. And so Michael's dragging Meredith into rehab, first of all, trying to make a deposit. What? Not okay. Also, we know it's not going to help her. And I mean, spoilers, she doesn't stay because you can't do that. He comes back and he's like, oh, I guess you can't just drop somebody off at rehab. Like, no shit, Sherlock. Okay. This next clip we're going to watch is appropriately called counseling. And if you don't know, Michael gets in trouble from corporate, and in order to keep his job, he has to go to, I think it's like 6 hours or 8 hours of counseling. And they are excited, the company, Sabre at the time, is excited because Toby, their HR representative, is also a licensed counselor. And so he can do all of his counseling while he's also at work. Obviously, Michael hates this and is super resistant. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, the silence. Everybody hates that in session. Good job, Toby. It's okay to be quiet. Just hold the space for people. Give them time to open up, especially someone like Michael, who's very resistant.
This is the worst. This is the worst. You are the worst. I hate looking at your face. I want to smash it. Okay,
Smash it.
you know what? I made a mistake. I committed corporate punishment. My bad.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
over. It's done. But my punishment
Wow,
is worse than hell.
Michael's been assigned 6 hours of mandatory counseling
6
with a
hours.
trained professional. I actually have a degree in social work. I mean, I know a lot of people would just ask a few standard questions and check off a few boxes, but I got a chance to do something good here.
I know
Michael
what you
does
want
need
to ask
counseling.
me. Do your mom ever see you naked?
We can do this with more privacy.
So you can molest me? Okay, I don't think
Jeez.
so. We're going to leave the blinds open so everybody can see what a big failure you are.
Wow, Michael. Wow.
That's the key.
What's your favorite flavor of
1 hour.
what?
1 hour. We've done 1 hour. Let's just speed this up, okay? Keep it moving. I want to do all 6 hours.
Oh, look, I can't count the hour if you don't talk.
No. No. I know my rights. All I had to do is sit here for 6 hours, do my time.
do my
Check
time.
off the boxes, and I can't do that unless I honestly
You know how?
feel
You
it
have any
made-
idea how angry that is making me?
Tell me. I think we might be about to maybe really get somewhere.
I think so too, Toby.
I will talk all right. Be careful what you wish for, Toby. Toby, can I really tell you anything?
Of course.
Well, the other night, I was sitting at the table eating my penis. I mean, peas. That was weird.
Trying to do a Freudian slip.
I think it all stems from the fact that I was probed by an alien life force, an ALF.
An ALF. Alf.
You know, I might have actually been probed by Alf. You might think he's a puppet.
I have to pause it because I want to talk a little bit, but I still want you to see some of this. It's great that Toby, instead of fighting against, because sometimes in session, you know, patients will not want to open up or not like talking about a certain topic. And instead of continuing to try to push them and push them and push them while you're getting this resistance, it's sometimes better to just give in and let them think that they've won. And I say that not as like a manipulation, but let them win that fight. And let's try another way. I've talked to many of you over the years in other videos where I say that instead of trying to walk in the front door, maybe I try to see if a window is open somewhere. And I'm saying that in a way of like, I know it's like breaking into a house, but sometimes we have so many defense mechanisms, it's hard as a therapist to get let in. And so instead of just, again, trying to go right in that front door, which is what Toby was doing, and Michael was like, absolutely not. He tried the back way, and it worked out because Michael thinks he won, and they're going to play, which also kind of meets Michael at his like emotional intelligence level. Michael's very childlike, and so meeting him there, I think, will hopefully render positive results. Let's watch the rest.
You know what, Michael? You're right. You win. This is pointless. We're not getting anywhere. I got a bunch of fun stuff in case my daughter ever comes over. Why don't we just run out the clock by playing games, drawing some pictures, talking?
Oh, Connect 4.
Play something more complicated if you'd like.
This is plenty complicated.
So you played it before?
I played it once or twice with Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
Jeff was my mother's boyfriend, who she married.
So her husband and your stepdad.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I never thought.
Never thought of it that way. Interesting.
Did you guys do much stuff together?
Yeah, you know what? He took me to a baseball game once. Remember? It was weird, though. They took the pitcher out of the game, and I felt really bad because the pitcher wasn't going to be able to play with his friends anymore. But Jeff said that the manager was making a really good move by taking the pitcher out. He really respected the manager.
It's working. I'm doing it.
I know, Toby. So
It's really
proud.
sad that your dog
You
got
are-
away, but
you're
why
doing
did it keep you
therapy?
from going to the park?
I was afraid I would find him in the park playing with another kid.
Why?
I guess that's why I thought he
Wow,
ran away in the
Michael.
first place. Find a kid he liked better.
Dogs don't do that.
Right? Why would a
Yeah.
dog do that?
I don't know.
When I hear myself say it, it just sounds ridiculous, but I never said it out loud.
That's why therapy's healing. Good job, Toby.
It's very important for you to be liked, isn't it?
Well, let's not get too... This isn't a counseling session. Okay.
He snuck in the
You
back
son of a
door.
gun. Son of a bitch. Wow. Okay.
Just trying
You
to help you, Michael.
bitch,
It's
God.
not, Michael.
You're very helpful, aren't you? You try
I'm
to help
trying to.
everybody. Do you want to play another game?
just
You
wanna-
are good. But you know what? You can't help people. You couldn't help your marriage. Lose, you lose. I don't need your help.
So
Nobody needs your
defensive.
help. Nobody wants it. You can't help anybody. I don't need your help.
Wow, Michael.
Am I going to make you cry?
Just fill them out any way you want.
Okay.
Have Aaron fax them back to corporate.
Will do. Okay, filled out. Good. Thank you, doctor. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a lot. First of all, kudos to Toby. He actually was doing therapy. He was helping Michael realize things that had never said that out loud before, so never really thought about it. That's why therapy is so healing, is because so often We can believe things as being factual or correct or okay to think when they're just inside our head. But then when those words come out our mouth, it's sometimes, I don't know what it is, but like the perception shifts and we're like, oh my God. And we can have these realizations. Like, it was interesting to me that Michael didn't call his stepdad his mom's husband or stepdad. He called him Jeff. And when Toby said, oh, so you mean your mom's husband and your stepdad? He's like, oh, I never thought about it that way. That was interesting. I was like, I want to probe into that and find out what that is. But there's so much with Michael, obviously, to learn, and he needs a lot of therapy. But good job on Toby. It can feel a little sneaky, especially in situations like that when he didn't want to do therapy, which is why, kind of going back to the clip before with Meredith being drug into rehab, you cannot force someone to get into therapy and to do the work. They have to want to themselves. And that's, unfortunately, as therapists, our hands are kind of tied that way.
Hey, I just wanted to say that you woke up early with the kids and let me sleep, and I really appreciate that.
Our final clip, but obviously there are many more we could touch on, is from the episode called Paper Airplane. And this is where Jim and Pam have gone to couples counseling. And so they have this new way of talking to each other. And it's interesting. Let's check it out.
Hey, I just wanted to say that you woke up early with the kids and let me sleep, and
Acknowledgement.
I really appreciate that.
Good job, Jim.
Thank you. I appreciate that you appreciate that.
No, that's weird.
We had couples therapy.
No shame in that. Get it all out in the open.
And we have homework.
Agreed.
Yes, we are supposed to look for every chance to acknowledge and appreciate each other's sacrifices, because I need to appreciate what Pam's been doing to run the house while I'm in Philly.
Okay. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of couples counseling. The sooner we can get in to see someone, really, the better. That's not only is that applicable when it comes to, personal therapy, like one-on-one with a therapist, not couples work. We wait too long to get in. And so it's really important that, especially with couples work, that as soon as we start having issues with our partner, we reach out and see someone, because we need to learn how to communicate maybe a little bit better, talk about our sex life in a more healthy way, money management, parenting. There's so much that can go on in a marriage or in a partnership, and it's really important that we go in to see someone as soon as there are issues, rather than waiting until it's really bad. And while I understand what their couples counselor may be trying to create for them, it's like they're trying to create a better environment filled with more acknowledgement and appreciation. Having them do that, it should have ended with Jim saying, hey, Pam, I just want you to know I really appreciate you getting up early with the kids. That really helped me out, and I got to sleep in. I love you. Thank you for doing that. That could have been the cut. She doesn't need to say back, I want to acknowledge and appreciate you appreciating that. That's where they probably did it for comedic effect, but that's where it turns into that's not really a communication strategy long term, because it's weird, and people around you, if you were doing that, would be like, what are you guys doing? Why are you talking like that? Right? That's not natural. And I think the goal, whenever I do work with couples, which is pretty minimal, to be honest, even in my private practice, I didn't love couples work, again, because they wait too long to come in and one usually talks over the other. But that's, conversation for another video. Overall, obviously, I'm a huge fan of couples counseling. And if you're thinking about getting into it, please do, because again, we just wait too long. There are so many other scenes that I could react to, so if you feel like I left any out, please let me know in those comments down below. Are there other series that you want me to comment on? Please let me know, because I love doing these reacts. They're super fun. And share this with a friend. If you found it interesting and funny and engaging, let somebody know, and let me know in those comments down below. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.